Welcome, race fans, and welcome United Dirt Sim Series known as UDSS and Pushin' the Cushion Productions. My name is Billy Idle, and I'll be your announcer for tonight's racing action here at Limaland. We have the United Dirt Sim Series 305 Unlimited here at Limaland. Last week they were, I believe, at Lernerville, and you had Dustin Sargent with the win. Carter Xavier in the second spot, and Doug Lockwood in that third position. Tonight we have about 26 entries. 21 have hit the clay here at Limaland. So it's going to be an exciting night. We have about 4 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clay for practice. We'll get into the qualifying and we'll do our national anthem, and we'll be going racing here with United Dirt Sim Series 305 Unlimited at Limaland. We're going to have an exciting night of racing. It's great to be back. I've been gone for about probably 4 or 5 weeks, so I'm excited to be back and welcome all you race fans for hoping to have some great racing action and some great commentating for you, you and the family, to get up on the edge of your seats and watch your loved ones or friends go at it with some of the best drivers here in the country. So it's going to be exciting. Limaland is a pretty tricky track. They're probably going to be up on top right now. They're all working the top right now during practice. There's going to be some good moisture on the bottom, so there's going to be some good passes, some few slide jobs here and there, but most of these guys will be running up on the top against the fence. They're going to be probably running in the middle, some of the bottom in the first couple heats. By probably the middle of Maine, you'll see someone venture down to the bottom where the moisture's at, and you'll see some great racing action. But most of these guys will be up, and gals will be up against the wall, up on the cushion, about a foot off of it, and it's going to be some great racing here tonight. We have Kenneth Payne, Austin Stern here tonight, Brandon Kerstetter, Chase Johnson, Dustin Sargent, which one is your last week's winner, Anthony Goyette, Nicholas McKeithy. I've never seen him race, so that's going to be excited to watch. Daniel Boyd. So it's going to be some really good racing action. And we got about 2:55 before we go into qualifying. So let me go on here, and we're going to get the national anthem. If you'd like to take off your hat or stand up, please do so. If not, if you'd like to go get something to drink and get ready for some great racing action here at Limaland with United Dirt Sim Series. And my name is Billy Idle, and I'll be right back with you. Right now, we're going to play the national anthem.
Two-time Grammy and three-time Academy of Country Music Award winner Leanne Rimes in the performance of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ringing, the bombs burning
Welcome back, race fans. This is Billy Idol back. I apologize. During the national anthem, I was watching the flag on the TV, and I was thinking and looking at some notes. It's been a little bit of time, so let you guys and gals know it was Dustin Sargent, Carter Chevalier, and Doug Lockwood. They won Limaland last week. In the 30, I mean last night in the 305 spec class. So I apologize for some false information that I had given all of you. So last week, um, I believe it would be last night. It would be I believe the Billy Buckshot Brickley um, um, winning the 305. Unlimited, and Jake Greenwood and Dustin Sargent in third. So those were your top three from last week at Lernerville. What I had told you about Sargent, Chevalier, and Lockwood, they won the 305 spec class last night here at Limaland. So I apologize for that information. I got all my notes and I just didn't see what I had written down, so I apologize. So right now the drivers are out there qualifying. They're out on the track. Five guys and gals have hit the track already. I'll keep putting the qualifying order up for you race fans to see. If you look on the left side of the screen, you'll see it right now. Darren Detweiler up on top with 11.63. Doug Lockwood with 11.852, which is exciting because, he's a third place finisher from Limaland last night in the spec division. But again, that's all going to change because we're going to have between 21 and 27 drivers depending who checked out and who stayed on. And so we're going to have a full field of 24 cars in the main. Not everybody's going to make it. Some might pack up and go home if someone decides not to qualify or if they had to step out and not be able to race tonight. So Detweiler still on top. Lockwood in that second. Kenneth Payne, Lauder Milch, Craig in the third spot. Moving down to the fifth now. Chris Jones hanging on there in that sixth spot. He believed he finished fourth position last night in the Spec 305s at Limaland. Anthony Goyette right there in that A spot. Brandon Kerstetter in that ninth, and Alex M.D. Robinson in that 10th, and now moving down to the 11th. 301 left. Right now, it looks like we have four drivers that have not qualified, three drivers that have not qualified now. So there's 250 left. The track's going to be, I think, in great shape with the less amount of cars that we have tonight. When you start getting in the 40, 50, 60 range of cars, it does dry out that track in a heartbeat, and it's always preset back up to 8-10% usage at the start of the qualifying or after the main, maybe before the main starts, just depending on how United Dirt Sim Series sets it up, and that's all on the track officials. They don't tell me or give me any information on it, but they usually pretty consistent, keeping it the same every week on every track, unless we have a big change of 60 cars and they might want to add a little bit of moisture or reset. So we're going to get down to 2 minutes in qualifying. It looks like Jane Greenwood had taken over that top spot by 100 thousandths of a second with 11.62 and 11.763 for Darren Detweiler. Aiden Beerline with 11.75. Randy Shreves with 11.804, and Doug Lockwood in the top five with 11.852. And then you got Payne, Stone, Laudermitt, Jones, and McKeithy, and Goyette in that 11th spot. Limaland's going to be fun tonight. I think this is going to be a good race. I haven't seen a race at Limaland in probably about 2 months, so or at least a month and 3/4, and it's going to be exciting. This is always a fun track. A lot of people don't like the small tracks, but it gets a little bit hectic sometimes when you get people that overdrive their cars and not hit their marks, because it's all about driving through traffic and hitting your marks if you want to be successful and finish in the top, or if you want to make friends, because it's you don't make friends when you start taking people out. So it's not a really good thing to drive like that. So hopefully that we have a good field of 20 21, 24 guys right now. Still, there's 4 guys, 5 guys that haven't. Looks like they qualified, so they might have stepped out. So it's going to be an exciting main event of 24 cars if we have completely 24 cars. So Jake Greenwood is he finished second position last week against behind the buckshot Billy Brickley, and Dustin Sargent finished in that third spot. He's down there in that 14th position. Clint Stone, always one fast cat. I mean, you couldn't ask. You really can't say anything negative about Clint. Not that I would say anything negative about anybody, but Clint is just such a humble person and a great guy, and he's fast. And I'm really surprised to see him down in that 7th position. But he's a great guy. He knows how to save his car. He knows how to race people. So I think that's one of the most talented drivers that I have watched in a long time. There's a lot out there, but he is definitely one of the top. So we're going to get into our first heat. It's going to be 10 laps. Top 4 go to the feature. So it looks like Greenwood, Detweiler, Beerline, Shreves, and Lockwood is your top 5 for the night in qualifying. So we're going to grid up in our heat race row number 1. In number 73, Nicholas McKeithy. And in the number 88, Clint Stone. In the second row inside, number 56, Mr. Randy Shreves. In the 4th spot, in the 43, one fast cat, Mr. Jake Greenwood. In the 3rd row inside, number 42, Alex M.D. Robinson. In the 6th position, double triple lot, Austin Stern. 4th row inside, number 92, Peyton Grease. In the 8th position, number 8, Carl Deitch. And sitting all by himself in that number 19 car, in the 9th position, Dante Brown. 10 laps, top 4 go to the feature. This is going to be exciting. So we're going to keep our eyes on the pole sitter. Pace truck will come off the track. The leader can fire at any time as soon as the pace truck gets completely off the track. And when he comes off short, in some tracks they come off early. They still have to wait till the tire or cone that they have set from the officials. We got to start right now. Out in the lead, taking a good jump on the green is Nicholas, number 73. Right now staying in the middle of the track. You got Clint Stone in that green and black one up on the top side, number 88. Randy Shreves in that blue one, and the blue car now should be taking over that 2nd spot in that blue one, and number 56. And there goes a car for a ride, and that could have been Austin Stern. Not sure yet. I didn't get a good look at it. They don't throw yellows in the heat races. So you got Nicholas, Randy, and Jake in the top 3. Clint Stone in that 4th position. Let's see if we can keep our eye on Clint Stone. That is for the battle for the transfer spot. Right there is your top 4. You can see him kind of nose to tail. Clint's set back a little bit, about 2 car lengths. You got Alex M.D. Robinson trying to put on his medical equipment, trying to do some surgery to catch Clint, see what he can do to his car. Running the middle groove. Everybody's running the middle right now. I'm really surprised that actually I haven't seen anybody on the bottom or high. They're running the middle. You know, you got Nicholas that's kind of running a little bit near the top, but not up that high. Randy Shreves is taking over the lead right now, number 56. Randy on the inside. Nicholas tries to go underneath, tries to run the lower line. Shreves runs up on top a little bit. 4 laps to go. Shreves now out in front. Fastest lap right now. It looks like Randy Shreves with 11.886. Here comes Greenwood in that 2nd spot. He's trying to work the bottom of Nicholas. Nicholas is in the middle. Greenwood works the bottom. Greenwood's pretty fast on the bottom. He works the bottom a lot on some tracks. He slides up a little bit, almost collects Nicholas, but he backs off because the guy can drive. You got Shreves now starting to pull a 3-car length lead out with 1 lap to go. It's McKeithy, Greenwood, and Stone with Alex Robinson. It looks like something happened to Stone. Let me bring the camera back. Checkered flag. It's going to be McKeithy, Shreves, McCreathy, Greenwood, and Stone, your top 4 going to the feature. That was some good, clean racing. Now we're going to heat race number 2. 10 laps. Top 4 will go to the A main final. The rest will go to the B main. There probably will not be a C main tonight. But it should be everybody that makes a B will go into the A feature by the looks of under 24 cars. Going into heat number 1 on the inside, the big dog himself, hammered down, number 29, Anthony Goyette. In the 7-11, Craig Laudermilch in the second position outside, row 1. Second row inside in the 08, Doug Lockwood. In the fourth position, our announcer and promoter and sponsor. This guy does everything for UDSS. Darren Detweiler in a number 3. In the third row inside, number 77, your last week's winner, last night's winner, Dustin Sargent. In the sixth position, 33, Joshua Pickle. Daniel Boyd in that seventh position, number 79. And this one fast cat that you never always got to keep your eye on, number 22, Jason Nygaard. In the fifth row, all by himself, Stephen Putt, number 14. We're going racing here. Anthony Goyette's going to take off with a green, gets a good jump. Right now, you still got Laudermilch and Doug Lockwood right behind him. That looks like they touch wheels. Goyette's in the middle, kind of working himself up towards the top, coming off the corner. Laudermilch and Lockwood right there. Now here comes Laudermilch on the inside of Goyette. Goyette has the momentum coming off the outside. Lockwood up on the top. Here comes Detweiler now. Detweiler now taking over the third spot. Second spot's Lockwood. Third spot's Detweiler. Goyette up high. Lockwood in the middle. Anthony Goyette comes low off the corner, stays up high, comes down a little bit. Lockwood was there. Here comes Darren Detweiler working the middle. He's now right behind Goyette. Goyette staying right there a little bit above the middle. Lockwood's got a nice line, enough room to block Goyette, so he can't get around unless he goes near the cushion or a little bit up near the marbles, I would say. So it's Goyette still in that second spot. Lockwood in the lead. Detweiler third. 7-11 in that fourth spot. Here comes Dustin Sargent, number 77. 5 laps to go. Sargent needs to move up one position to get a good starting spot in the A main. It looks like they're going to make the A, but still you want a good starting spot to get up towards the front because sometimes the back is really hectic. Let's put our cameras on Lockwood, your leader. The Lockwood's pulling out about a 3 or 4 car length lead on Goyette. Detweiler and Goyette are going at it nose to tail. Goyette in a little bit in the middle. Detweiler working the bottom, comes up, starts sliding up a little bit, loses a little bit of ground, but picks up some momentum. Gets under, does a little bit of slide job, and that looks like Laudermilch now gets into it. Here comes Jason Nygaard in the fifth spot, number 22, the red and black car. He's got Laudermilch, number 7-11, right in front of him. That's for the transfer spot to get a good position in the main on a good row. 2 laps to go. That's the battle for the fourth. Nygaard staying up on top, gets a run coming off the corner. Going to be about one more lap, maybe 3/4 of a lap. Let's see if Nygaard could get a run on Greg 7-11. There it is, no laps, checkered flag. It looks like Nygaard didn't get it. Lockwood with the win, Detweiler second, Goyette third, and Craig Laudermilch in that fourth spot. What a race. Nygaard's going to have to work in for the B, but that cat is just so fast that you put him in the 24 spot, and you know what? He can win it probably 50% of the time. So we're going to keep our eye. That's going to be exciting for you race fans already because we already got some fast guys in the B main that's going to be back in about the 7th row, 9th row, 10th row. So it's going to be exciting tonight. All right, heat number 3. 10 laps, top 4 go to the main event. In row number 1, 922, Brandon Kerstetter. In the second spot, from Australia, Chris Jones, number 54. In the second row, number 100, Kenneth Payne. In that fourth position outside of row number 2, Aiden Beerline, 13. Third row, Coulter West, number 10. And Chase Johnson, number 57. In the fourth row, all by himself, number 144, Johnny Collier. So Kerstetter's going to bring him down to the green. Pace truck still on the track. Got some beautiful paint jobs out there. I mean, for the last 5-6 months, there's a lot of painters out there. We got Works Graphics, Dave Dave Ward out there that sponsors UDSS. Man, these cats can paint now. It's unbelievable what they can do with these colors in these cars. Here they come. Kerstetter gets one hell of a jump. The pace correct left. Remember, there has to be a mark on the track because the pace car does leave early. Kerstetter got a jump. The officials look at all that. So all you race fans, if you think he jumped early, the officials will look at that and give him an EOL at the main event. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying, so if some of you did see that, there's a reason for that. As a pace truck, the track is so small, he has to come off early. So here it comes out in the lead. Kerstetter, number 822. Chris Jones, all the way from Australia. It's probably morning time for that cat. Running here in the 54. Kenneth Payne in 100. Aiden Beerline in that 4 spot. Here it comes Coulter West. Coulter West right now in the number 10. That black and white vehicle with some red in it. Sprint car up on the top side. We're going to go back to Kerstetter's got the lead. Got a nice little lead right there of race fans out in front. Got about a 7-car length lead right now on Chris Jones. Here comes Kenneth Payne. Kenneth Payne trying to work on Jones. He looks like he had a good run on the bottom, and then he loses some ground. He sweeps up and does a slide jump in Aiden Beerline. Beerline cannot get around him right now. They're running a little bit above the middle right now, but right now it looks like Kerstetter is out in front. Kerstetter's Chris Jones with fast lap with a 12.152 in heat race number 3. 4 laps to go. We got a battle for that 4th and 5th spot. It's Aiden Beerline right now in that 4th spot. And in the 5th spot, you have Coulter West. There's the battle. Beerline in that orange and black, number 13. Coulter West in the 10 on the high side. Here comes Chase Johnson now. Chase Johnson and Coulter West are going at it for that 5th and 6th spot. Beerline's trying to work on Kenneth Payne right now in that number 100, that red, black, and white printed sprint car. Beautiful paint job. Looks clean. Out there in that 3rd spot. Beerline is staying right behind him, not taking any chance. Final lap. Here they come down with about half a lap to go, and it looks like the checker flag's going to come out for Kerstetter. Brandon Kerstetter with the win. Chris Jones 2nd. Kenneth Payne in 3rd. Aiden Beerline in that 4th spot. West Johnson and Collier will go to the B. Here comes the B main event already, race fans. We're already gridding them up. It's going to be 12 laps. No yellows. Gridding up in grid number 1, starting on the inside. Number 42, Alex M.D. Robinson. In the 2nd spot, got a good starting spot for the B. Number 22, the fast cat himself, Jason Nygaard. In the 2nd row inside, number 10, Coulter West. In the 4th spot, always fast himself, number 19, Dante Brown. 3rd row inside, number 33, I love this name, Joshua Pickle. In the 6th spot, number 57, Chase Johnson. In the 4th row, inside, number 92, Peyton Grease. In the 8th spot, number 79, Daniel Boyd. In the 5th row, inside 144, Johnny Collier and Austin Stern in the triple aught in the 10th. 6th row, Dustin Sargent, 77, Carl Deach, 8th. 7th row, all by himself, Stephen Putt, number 42, number 14. We're going racing, B main event, 12 laps, no yellows. M.D. Robinson's going to bring him down to the green. The pace truck's on the track right now. Robinson in that turquoise blue on the outside and the black and red, number 22, Jason Nygaard. Coulter West in the 10, the yellow and black will be Dante Brown. Joshua Pickle in that blue and white, followed in that orange NOS energy drink, Chase Johnson. The start it is. Good start for everybody. Johnson on the outside and catches a little bit of M.D. Robinson's tire. He goes for a roll, and that looks like it's going to cost Jason Nygaard a position, and the yellow flag does come out on the start of the first lap. So Nygaard gets, I believe, one fast repair, and that's going to help this cat because, like I said, he's got 11 laps, probably 9 laps before the race starts again. I believe the yellows count if they have not changed anything on me in the last 4 or 5 weeks. But Jason Nygaard is going to be hauling some mail. And it's not USPS mail. It's going to be Federal Express using the jet. So we're going to keep an eye on him right now. So Putt now, Stephen Putt made he's 2 laps down. Didn't get a lap in, so he didn't make the start. So it's Robinson, number 42, causing a little bit of havoc. Not that it's his fault, but, you know, he was part of that first lap incident. Lucky he didn't hurt anything on his car. He's kind of get up there pushing Coulter West coming off that corner, up that off that turn a little high. So MD Robinson's got some tricks up his sleeves. Here he comes. Robinson gets on the jump. 9 laps to go. Keep your eye on Jason Nygaard. MD Robinson gets really loose coming off that corner. It bottles up about 4 or 5 cars right now. NOS Energy Drink Johnson gets up in the wall, rides the wall, goes all the way back from about 4th spot to 10th spot, 11th spot now. So that looks like it could take him out of contentions if he doesn't pick up the pace with 7 laps to go. But who you really want to keep your eye on is Jason Nygaard. Nygaard out in that 13th spot. Now he's up into the A spot. And there goes another car in the wall right now. That's going to help Nygaard moves up 1 more position into the 7th spot. So Nygaard, it looks like at least everybody's going to make the main. I would think right now. It looks like everybody's going to make the main, but still, it's all about starting position and what row you get. So it's Alex M.D. Robinson right now out in the lead. Coulter West in that second. Joshua Pickle in that third in that fluorescent yellow number 33. Beautiful paint job. Different color than I'm used to seeing on a lot of cars. That's nice to see, orange and fluorescent green or yellow, however you like to call it. But it's a great paint job where you can see him. So if you hit him, you can't say you didn't see him because the color will definitely blind you. So that's a great color to have. Here comes Dustin Sargent now working number 77, working the bottom. Catches that tire a little bit. Brought up his left front wheel. Lost a little bit of ground, but he's working that bottom where the moisture is. He's happy down there, but right just then he lost about 3 car lengths. But he's going to stay on the bottom for that 4 spot. Maybe stay out of trouble. Hits that tire again. Left front wheel comes up. He better be careful. He might be going up on his lid here in a few seconds if he cuts it down a little bit more. He's got a very comfortable 4 spot with 1 lap to go. White flag comes out. Here comes the checkered now. Checkered flag. Alex M.D. Robinson with the win. Pickle in the second. Oh, Joshua Pickle with the win. Robinson in the second. Nygaard third. And Sargent fourth. All unofficial because it keeps on. The ticker keeps on moving for positions. So it looks like Pickle and Nygaard was first 1 and 2. Somebody might have slowed down before the checkered flag. I wonder why. Somebody wants the inside row. I think it doesn't want to be hung out to dry on the outside, or somebody wants the outside row and doesn't want to be hung out to dry on the inside. So they backed out the throttle and let them go by. So right now it's 4:35 for practice. These guys are going to go out there. They can make some changes to their car. But before we go into the seeing how they're setting right now up in the running order for practice, let's thank our sponsors, because without our sponsors it wouldn't be possible to broadcast for you race fans. Design Metal Arts, Jessup Logistics, Sofa King Fast Sim Sports, Pushin' the Cushion Production, Speed World Hobbies, Works Graphics, Dave Ward, our president of UDSS, and Anthony Goyette from Goyette Trucking. Can't thank you guys enough for what you do to help us out all year, to help us buy trophies or plaques or metal cups, the cost of broadcasting. We can't thank our sponsors enough. Without them, it'd be very hard to keep broadcasting. But we also got to thank you race fans, because I don't care if there's 1 race fan that's viewing us right now or 100. It wouldn't, if we only had 0 all the time, we probably wouldn't broadcast. But if we have 1, we're going to keep broadcasting for you race fans, because you make this fun and you make it possible for us to want to do this. So we'd like to thank all you race fans, all you family members and loved ones out there. Thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate it. 3 minutes left up on the warm-up right now. The guys are still on the track right now. Right there right now is the fastest car right now in the running order during practice is Aiden Beerline. Greenwood in that second, Kenneth Payne in that third, Jason Nygaard in the 4th spot, Clint Stone in that 5th, which he qualified 7th, so he's looking good for the main. These guys are going in. If you see them go in the pits, it's because they're going into pits to readjust their setups a little bit, because they can on this unlimited 305 here at Limaland. Greenwood still up now. Aiden Beerline still up on that top board with Greenwood second. Payne Darren Detweiler in that 10th spot. Brandon Kerstetter 9. Grease in that 8th. Anthony Goyette in the 7th. Clint Stone in that 6th. He's starting to back up a little bit. It's not like Clint Stone not to be super fast. You always got to keep your eye on that fast cat. I saw Jake Greenwood in the middle of the track. He punched out. What we always ask these drivers to do is make sure instead of just checking out on the track and stopping, and we always ask them to drive in the pits. It's a little more professional for you race viewers, so you don't see people stopping on the middle of the track and punching out, because you could stop on the track and then get hit behind, and you could wreck somebody's momentum, or they could be testing a 3-lap run or a 5-lap run with their car. So we always encourage the drivers to just drive into the pits and roll off the track or roll to the bottom and get off the track. So we encourage that. We don't encourage afterwards. If you're driving and you have an incident with a driver here at United Dirt Sim Series, there's no retaliation if it especially if it's catched on camera for you viewers to see, because we don't want our series or our league to be known as a hack fest, or you can crash anybody you want whenever you want if you're upset with them. So we kind of control all that a little bit. Not trying to be control freaks, just trying to make a professional and organized race league for you racers to come and join us, and you viewers to watch. 305 spec class and 360 spec class is on Sunday nights at 5 and 6:30. So any of you drivers, ladies or gentlemen, would like to come and join us, next Sunday, 5 o'clock and 6:30 for the spec class. You don't have to worry about setup. So if you don't like doing your own personal setup, or knowing how to set up a race car, or don't understand iRacing how to set up, please come and join us. We'd love to have you. This is the 305 Open. Coming up right after this will be 360 Open. That means open setups. It's some of the better and top drivers. Not that our Sunday league is not a better drivers, but our Sundays we work on that to be your more rookie and less experience, and gives you a chance to race drivers at your level, so you're not getting run over. Not that the fast guys will run you over or crash you on purpose. It's just that there is a difference in speed sometimes when you're talking 0.6 or a second a lap. So, but we encourage all new racers, beginners, even a little bit of veterans. If you want to come and join the spec class, please come and do so, because it's a fixed setup, so you don't have to worry about any of that. So come and join us, please. All right, A main, 40 laps. This is going to be exciting. We're going to get on our setups right now, and we're going to grid up for the A feature, United Dirt Sim Series 305 Unlimited here at Limaland. This is Billy Idol being your race announcer for tonight's racing action, and I hope it gets real exciting for you race fans. Starting in grid row number 1 on the inside, the fast cat himself, number 56, Randy Shreves. In the second spot, 08, which I've only heard of in a couple times that I've announced or looked at in some results. This seems to be a really fast cat right now in the 08, Doug Lockwood. In the second row inside, Brandon Kerstetter, 922, and Nicholas McKeithy in number 73. Third row inside, number 3, Darren Detweiler and Chris Jones from Australia, number 54. In the fourth row inside, number 43, Jake Greenwood. And the A spot, number 29, Anthony Goyette. Fifth row, 100, Kenneth Payne and Clint Stone, 88. 11th row, Craig Lautermilch. In the 7-11 and Aiden Beerline, number 13. 7th row, Alex M.D. Robinson, 42, and Coulter West, number 10. 8th row, Joshua Pickle, number 33. He's going to send his Pickle going up the food chain and probably going to move up to the top 5 with this kind of run tonight. He's going to be a fast cat. Dustin Sargent, number 77. Number 9th position, the fast cat himself, number 22, Jason Nygaard. Number 8, Carl Deitch. In the 10th row, Austin Stern, triple lot. Daniel Boyd in the 79. 11th row inside, Johnny Collier, 144, and Peyton Grease, number 92. 12th row, Chase Johnson, number 57, and Dante Brown, number 19. This is going to be exciting. Pace truck's off. Randy Shreves going to bring him down. Here he comes down. Shreves gets a nice little jump, goes right to the bottom where the moisture at. And then we got a crash right now. Got a crash coming out of turn number 2. Is the yellow flag going to come out? Nope. It looks like everybody's still going. Just a little bit of spin and some T-bone. That's going to help Randy Shreves get out in front. There goes, I think, that was Chris Jones that's in the wall coming off that turn, and the yellow flag's coming out. Looks like Chris Jones was stuck in the wall. He had that purple number 54. I just saw a glimpse of it. I always noticed Chris Jones's car. And with the time frame difference, it's nighttime for us. It might be morning for him, but he might have fell asleep because that's not like Chris Jones to go in the wall and get stuck there. So hopefully Chris is okay, and maybe he kind of fell asleep and rolled over and hit his head on his seat, and it woke him up so he can finish this A main event. So you got Randy Shreves in that number 1 spot. That's right now Shreves, Kerstetter in the 2, Jake Greenwood 3, Darren Detweiler in that top 4 spot right now. Fifth is Aiden Beerline. And I'll put the running order for you race fans so you can see it, so you don't have to listen to me. And there it is right there for you race fans. Shreves, number 56 on the pole. It's going to have to take Greenwood. It's going to take some fast cats to run him down. Here they go. Randy Shreves now takes the jump, gets a nice little jump, about a car and a half length lead, goes to the bottom. Greenwood going to the bottom. Oh, we got a good little pileup crash in the middle of turn number 2. The yellow flag's going to stay green. It's going to stay green right now. Greenwood on the bottom. Shreves up on top. Kerstetter on top along with Detweiler. The Greenwood now working on the bottom, trying to hold on to the moisture, throwing that car sideways to slow it down so he can get a good run. Shreves gets about a 4-car length lead on Greenwood. Kerstetter's working on Greenwood right now. Here comes, I believe it will be Kenneth Payne in that red and black number 100. Here they come. Shreves now starting to pull out about a 5-car length ring, going to the top, staying on the top of the cushion right now. He's about 4 feet off the cushion, hasn't got near the wall just yet. He looks like he's running a little bit closer this time, but he's still about 4 feet off that cushion. Probably about lap 25, lap 30, you're going to see him against the wall. There's a car upside down. That was a car upside down. Yellow flag's going to come out. That could have been Dustin Sargent. I'm not sure. All unofficial right now. Clint Stone all the way back to the 21st position. Goyette at the 19th position. Wow. Not used to seeing these guys that far back. Goyette's going into pits. Stone's in a pits. Goyette's going to maybe get one fast repair. He's got to back up. He overshot his pit stall. He got fixed. That's his only repair he's going to get. So he's going to have to go into the back. Collier West is in the pits still. So it looks like he hasn't came back out. So it looks like he's stuck in the pits. Laudermilch stuck in the pits. Chris Jones stuck in the pits. So you got 20th through 23, 24 all in the pit still. Anthony Goyette in that 19th position. And there's right there Coulter Wist. That's the 20th spot. He's in the pit. So right now, Anthony Goyette is out on the track in the 19th position. Last car on the lead lap. So he must have got into that little bit of a wrecking corner in the 2 when there were about 4 cars piled up. Probably damaged his wing or his steering box. So he had to come back in. Here they come now. It's Shreves now up on top. Greenwood now up on very top of the cushion. Now Shreves in the middle. Greenwood up on top. Greenwood got the momentum coming off the corner, off of turn number 4. Now Shreves is going to stay up on top. That's what he likes to do, is go up there. Greenwood's a bottom feeder and a top feeder. He likes both, but right now I believe he's going to stay up on top since he's got the lead. I don't think he is going to go to the bottom now since he's got the lead. Shreves on top, followed by Kenneth Payne up in that 3rd spot. Darren Detweiler in the 4th, followed by Lockwood, McKeithy, and Kerstetter. We got a bunch of cars piled up right together. They're all bunched up. Nose to tail, side to side, right there, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. And then behind them, you got 11th through 17th, all side by side. Sargent working on the middle right now. Behind him, you got Alex M.D. Robinson, doesn't have a front wing, so he's out of the picture. Probably not going to contend a whole lot without that front wing. Not saying you need it, but I think you do. Greenwood now starting to pull a little 6 to 7 car length lead right now on Randy Shreves. Fast laps going to Jake Greenwood with a 12.5.12 on lap 17. 21 laps to go of a 40-lap feature. Randy Shreves in that second got a very comfortable, Greenwood's got a comfortable 10-car length lead. Shreves has got a very comfortable 10-car lead. Payne and Detweiler and McKeithy are all pretty much together within 4 car lengths, I would have to say. Lockwood now and McKeithy are going at it. They're falling back a little bit with Beerline and Kerstetter. Oh, Jason Nygaard gets just run over on the right rear, and that's not going to help his battle for a position right now. Then we have a couple cars more that are battling out, getting really loose. I don't think some of these guys are really racing clean. There goes now number 922. That's Brandon Kerstetter gets in the side of somebody. Yellow flag is not going to come out. Nobody's really stuck on the track. Green flag's going. 17 laps to go. Yellow flag comes out as of now. This is going to bunch them up right now. That looks like Brandon Kerstetter had a little bit of issue, maybe bringing out that yellow or getting into that yellow. Again, I didn't see it, so I don't know. So let's see if we can find something here. Right there is Kerstetter, 922 in the bottom. So he goes in the pits. Then he comes back out and he's stuck right there. And let's see it now. We're going to catch it right now. So let's go. Let's going to put this back into play for you race fans. Kerstetter's up high by that pole and speaker on the left up top. Let's keep our eye on him. There's a car on the wall right behind him. As you can see it, I have stop motion. And let's let it roll. I'm sorry, Kerstetter's on the bottom now, number 922. He comes up, gets run over by Sargent. Sargent kind of just gets behind him and just kind of could have let up. I think, nothing against Sargent, but it looks like he ran him right over. He could have lifted a little bit and didn't have to cause any of that. When you see somebody sideways like that or come up, you gotta give way a little bit. So I'll probably get hell from Sargent saying that as an announcer. But hey, if you want to race me, I'll race you. That's how it is. Racers call what racers see. So Greenwood now out in the lead. Yellow flag is still going to stay out. Going to go green again right now, half a lap behind. Dale Greenwood working that top, followed by Randy Shreves. With 11 laps to go, Detweiler in that third spot. Up high, here comes Aiden Beerline following right behind him. Kenneth Payne in the 100 following Beerline. And then you got Sargent right there followed by Lockwood. Lockwood kind of got loose coming off. Does a little bit of tail waggle down the straightaway. Grease almost hit him. That would have been not good. It wouldn't have been Grease's fault. When you start tail wagging and start using more of the track than you should be using, you get hit. It's not usually the guy's fault behind you. You got to keep control of your car. You got to know what your car is doing at all times. But also the drivers behind you need to see that, and if they see you come across, you got to lift a little bit. But right now it's Jake Greenwood out in the lead right now, running the top side. Ran the bottom at the beginning. Greenwood now, and here comes Randy Shreves trying to get the lead. He's running the middle bottom a little bit, not going all the way in the bottom. He's in the dry stuff. He's not even in the moisture, but he's got a good run. But Greenwood's going to have a better run coming off the top, up off against the cushion. Shreves is going to go to the top now. He's going to go back up there. He says the bottom wasn't working. Aiden Beerline has taken over that third spot on Darren Detweiler. Darren Detweiler working that high side. Here comes Payne now with 6 laps to go. So Beerline is about 4 car lengths behind Randy Shreves. Greenwood has got about 2 car length lead on Shreves. Shreves had to go around traffic, did a slide job on Greenwood, and missed from hitting Robinson, and almost got away with it clean to take a position, but he had to lift. And here comes now Shreves now and Beerline battling it out. Shreve and Beerline, they get into it a little bit. It wasn't showing on camera, but I caught it on the left side of my screen of my third triple monitor, and now Shreves is in that second spot. Beerline working the top. He's going to get a run on Shreves. He's going to take over that second spot. Here comes Darren Detweiler. Detweiler behind Beerline. MD Robinson's in the middle of traffic. He's going to have to really hold his line or get out of the way. There's a battle for second, third, and fourth. Why he's getting lapped. So it's now Robinson now staying in the middle of track. He's not really doing much wrong there, except he's cutting Shreves off now. He's going to have to let Shreves go. Shreves is trying to get around him. Robinson's not keeping a steady line. I know, Alex, you're going to tell me I was holding a steady line. No, you're not. You're getting lapped. So get out of the way if you can't hold that line. Let these guys race. We got a great battle going on. Checkered flag comes down. It's going to be Greenwood, Beerline, Detweiler, and Payne. What a race. Good race. Remember, race fans, all you have to do is hold the line if you're getting a lap. But if your car is going all over the track, you really got to move out of the way and let the leaders, the guys that are racing for position, go. You got to hold your line. If you do that, you can't ask for more than that. So that was a good run for Greenwood. Nobody would have touched him. Beerline and Detweiler in pain, and Shreves end up. It looks like Shreves got fifth position. Um, Let me check. Yeah, Shreves went from third to second to fifth. Sargent got that sixth. Picklestern. Wow, what a great run, though. Great run. I'm going to see if I can bring up some drivers to the post interview. I'm going to bring up Greenwood, Beerline, and Detweiler. Greenwood, let's see if we can find Jake. Great run, guys. It was a exciting race. Had a few caution yellows at the beginning, but that's okay. That's part of racing. I see Jake now. All right, we're going to go to our third place finisher, and that looks like it's going to be Darren Detweiler. We're going to bring him up. Hey, Darren, this is Billy Idle up in the tower. You got your Discord on?
Yes, I do.
Hey, what a race, man. I mean, you looked good for a little bit. You fell back a little bit, and you were falling off. You were getting in traffic and getting bumped here and there, but you were falling off about 5, 6 car lengths from the fourth spot when you're in fifth, and then you started coming forwards again, and you were starting to make the move. Was it traffic, or did you hit the wall and bounce off? It caused a little problem, but what caused you to go back and then have the car so good to start moving towards the front again?
A lot of it was just waiting on the track to come to me. I set the car up for the track to really slick off on the top side, and it took it a while to get there, but once it finally got real slick and bouncy up there, that's when I was able to just kind of finesse the car around the top side and start making things happen, wait for mistakes, and capitalize.
Yeah, did 3 and 4, did it have that? Was it a little bit choppy up there, or was it okay?
To me, 3 and 4 was a lot choppier than 1 and 2. One of those things you had to be real gentle setting the car on the cushion, and if you got a little bit too high on it, you could actually hear the frame bouncing off of the cushion. So that'll upset the car real quick, and it happened a couple times on the exit of 3 and 4 where the car would just go extremely tight, and it's hard left and hard right trying to catch it before it goes in the wall or spins. So it was definitely to me it felt like a driver's track out there. It took some being up on the wheel to
Yeah, no,
keep
it,
it
it
up at the
did. I
front.
mean, you were there, and then you'd fall back 3 car lengths, and you'd fall back 5, and then all of a sudden you'd start putting it. You'd get up, elbows up, man, elbows up, and you started coming to the front. You took 12th place last week at, I believe, Lernerville. I haven't been around for the last 5 weeks or so. Been kind of busy myself, but what went on last week at Lernerville? To finish you in the 12th spot. Besides good competitions always, but not being there, did you have a little bit of problems in Lernerville?
Yeah, the outside of turn 2 finally got me late in the race. Somebody had slid off and brought out the caution, and I didn't know where they had gone off the track, so I went up and grabbed the cushion to rock it around the top side, and all of a sudden there was a hole up there, and I went right through it. So those
Yeah.
things kind of happen.
Especially at Lernerville, man, because there's no walls. Sometimes we wish there was walls because it's like you do your slide jobs in the corners at Lernerville, and the wall's not there to protect you. And when you miss it, you miss it over in Lernerville, right?
Oh, definitely. Lernerville has absolutely no forgiveness whatsoever. You miss, you go right over the top, and you go backward.
Well, man, we appreciate you putting on a good show. I was watching you, and you were falling back, and then you come up, and I said, well, something's got to be given here. It looks like, he's by himself, and the car's working good. So, it was all in your setup, and they just had it all planned out. And I know you were looking for, Shreves was up there in pain and beer line, and it came down to, you had to make a nice run with 11 laps to go. I think the yellow came out, so you have to get on the gas hard and get your elbows up. But who would you like to thank for tonight's racing action?
Yeah, I got to thank everybody at Most Wanted Motorsports, Design Metal Art, Jessup Logistics, Double D Designs, and I got to thank everybody here at United Dirt Sim Series and Pushing the Cushion for putting on this show. It's
Uh,
really a good time.
Well, we'd like to thank you and thank you for everything that you do with United Dirt Sim Series and your announcing and being here when we need you. So we'd like to thank you very much. And race fans, that's our third place finisher, Darren Detweiler. Thank you, Darren.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to go to our second place finisher. Let's see if we can bring him up. And this is Billy Idol up in the tower. This is our second place finisher, Aiden Beerline. You got Discord on?
Yes, sir.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good.
Hey, that was a good race. You were back there in that fifth, sixth spot, and then all of a sudden, Shreves was up there, and probably last 10 laps, you started battling in, and you came across to get a couple, 2 or 3 spots with like 3 or 4 laps to go, right?
Yeah, I think I would have had something for Jake. I just needed a yellow.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get those breaks, but your car looked good. You stayed up on top. Were you happy with your setup?
Oh yeah, I kind of had a really like a setup that I didn't know was going to make it the full way, and it made it.
Well, that's good. Is it something that you set up yourself, or did someone help you set up?
I set them. I set
Oh,
them up.
well, that's good. The car worked good. Was the track pretty choppy for you, or was it okay running up on the top side?
Really rough. I think everyone was really rough.
And make that car bounce around, huh?
Yeah, I think I was the only one that was able to go full throttle around the top.
Well, that's good. The car looked good. You were back there battling it out with Darren and everybody, Payne and Sargent for a little bit coming up there, and then you were just following Darren for a while, and then Shreves got in a little bit of mix-up. I didn't see it all, but you were bumper to bumper enough to capitalize at the end, which is always, if you're gonna finish on the podium and you have to do it in the last 3 or 4 laps, it's always fun to do it. But congratulations. Is there anybody that you would like to thank tonight for your racing and your finish, please?
Yeah. First off, Jesus Christ for everything He does for me. My mom and dad for letting me have iRacing and play it, and KPR for being an amazing team, and y'all for putting on a great league.
Thank you, Aiden. God bless you, my son, and you just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job, and nice to see you up on the podium because you race a lot and you work hard. And Lernerville wasn't a great showing for you, finishing in about that 16th spot last week or so. That wasn't very fun, huh?
No, I got wrecked out by a friend too. That's the sad part. Twice.
Twice. That's not good, but hey, man, great job and congratulations, and hope to talk to you again.
Yeah, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Aiden Beerline, your second place finisher here at tonight's racing action at Limaland. Now we're going to go to your winner, and we're going to bring him up. Let's see. Hey, Jake, this is Billy Idle up in tower. You got Discord on?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, this is our winner, guys. Race fans, number 43, Jake Greenwood. Jake, how you doing, my friend?
Doing great, and it's glad to have you back in this broadcast back, that's for sure.
Thanks, my friend. Hey, man, you ran the bottom at the beginning to try to make some moves, and you started going, working yourself back to top. I told the race fans once you got on top, you could run the bottom. You've won a lot of races on the bottom, and worked the bottom. And when you got up on top, I kind of told the race fans a little bit of a race secret that he wasn't going to leave that spot because you didn't have to battle, and you're fast up on top. And once you got up there, you knew you were going to stay as long as you were in the lead, huh?
I definitely wanted to make sure I burned enough fuel. I tend to not go very light on fuel. I make sure I have enough to go green to checkered, and so when we get going like that, especially after we had an early caution, I wanted to make sure I was in the gas as much as possible, as long as I wasn't racing anybody. So I got up on top, and if anybody contested me, maybe I would have had to go back to the bottom. But I was kind of riding around up there. Lap traffic was certainly tough, though, so I did get out of the gas here and there a lot. I did get into the back of Alex Robinson. I already talked to him a little bit and apologized. He starting to spin the car around. I couldn't tell if he was going to the bottom or he was spinning out, and then all of a sudden I couldn't get out of him enough and tapped him and spun him around. It was definitely a good race.
Yeah, no, it looked great. I know I told Alex I was giving him a bad time while he was racing, but I wasn't talking to him. I was talking to the race fans saying, hey, man, you hold your line, but you're getting a little squirrely for these top four battling out. You better get out of the way. We always we never tell back markers to get out of the way. They got to hold their line. But when it starts getting down to the last couple laps and your line's not perfectly still, you gotta let these guys race. And, but it was exciting. I mean, the track was choppy. It seemed like for everybody, and that all really the track's choppy, but that has a lot to do with your setup also, right? With the torsion bars and all that to kind of go over those bumps.
Definitely, you got to be able to drive the track. You got to race the track. That's number one thing you're racing, other than other drivers, and definitely got to have the setup to race the track first. And Aiden, I was talking to him real quick before you dragged me up here for this interview. We were talking like, wow, that was one of the most unique 305 races we've been in because it was such a kind of really different track for a 305. Usually 305s you're really smooth and it doesn't seem like you're really having to drive the car as much. Or maybe it was just my setup, but we both felt like we were in 360s or something out there because of how wild the track got and how much you had to be up on the wheel. Because you know how these 305s are usually it's just put the pedal to the floor and just nice and easy sailing. But it was rough out there. It was a very tough track to drive.
It honestly, from even my perspective with my, some people have single monitors, so I could see left and right a little bit more than some people's singles, and I have my triples when I'm announcing. It's on a big single. I could still look around a little bit more. It looked really choppy. I mean, I don't the track didn't really slicken up a ton, did it, because of the car count?
It wasn't really during the heat races. The warm up definitely got it into some really racy conditions. So I think it was a pretty good race. There definitely early on, it seemed like it was fast everywhere. So hopefully it was a good race for everybody to watch.
Did you change your setup during practice of like the heat races to the 5 minute warm up to the main? Did you change, or did you pretty much keep your setup the same all night?
I kind of like a medium car. I don't like a too tight of a car or too loose. I like to be able to do both. So I kind of tightened it up a little bit because I figured after that warm up it was going to get pretty slick, and I was definitely glad I did. I had it probably somewhere in the middle of tight and loose, but that's what I like, so it worked out.
Well, that's good, man. Well, congratulations. It's nice to come back and haven't been around for 4 or 5 weeks, and been playing a lot of fast pitch baseball, so it's been kind of fun for me. But I've really missed a lot of you guys and the race fans. So it's nice to see you up on the leaderboard again. My first announcing in about 4 weeks or so back. So it was congratulations. Who would you like to thank tonight?
Definitely Most Wanted Motorsports. Working on tracks and setups all week, every night we can, anyways, and trying to figure out how to get faster and faster. We're getting there still learning things every day. Definitely Jessup Logistics, Double D Designs, Jessup. Oh, I already said that. And UDSS and Pushing the Cushion for the broadcast.
Well, congratulations. Thank you. We'll probably see if I can get this next broadcast. If I could stick around, I'm going to do the 360 broadcast again for you guys. So I hope to do another interview with you, and I hope you're on the podium, and good luck tonight.
Awesome. Thank you. Glad to hear you and have you back here.
Thanks, Jake. See you, buddy. Jake Greenwood, our leader for tonight's racing action. We're going to bring up Alex Robinson. Alex, is Billy. How you doing, buddy?
How are you, Mr. Bowerman?
I was giving you crap when you were racing, but it was fun.
Of course you were. It's
but
not surprising.
I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't say anything that behind your back. So, but hey, man, since you were up in there, I might as well just talk to you since I got about another couple minutes of free time. How's it been? What have you been up to? How was the racing? I know you lost a wing. That made the car a little bit uncomfortable to drive.
What do you mean? I regret taking a freaking fast repair. My car was 10 times better with that nose wing missing.
That's funny you said that, because I was telling people without that wing, it's hard to move up the front. But I would say that because I've experienced the no wing, and I swear to gosh that I tell some of my buddies, I don't know, man. I thought my car was way better without that wing, and they're going, "Oh, you're full of crap." And I'm going, "Okay, I'm glad you said it too, because sometimes I think that wing without it does make the car feel comfortable."
Oh yeah, I regret it because that fast repair cost me. I probably could have went top 10 with it, but little fast repair spotter didn't help me there. Told me to take a fast repair, and it ended up putting me behind lap cars, and then went a lap down because of it.
Oh, wow. So yeah, it's just part of racing, though. You got to get in here and. Have you been racing late models? Have you been racing anything
Oh,
else, or just the sprint stuff?
I'm loving my late models right now. Late models and UMPs, dabbling in the UMPs, mostly my late models, but try and get in sprint cars as much as possible.
Are you finishing in back of the pack like you are in the sprint cars?
Hey, hey, hey,
Just kidding.
hey, hey. You know what? Okay, that's hurtful. That's hurtful.
Dude, I don't get the interview. I haven't talked to you in so long, man. I got to do something.
My real question is, when am I going to get on the track with Mr. Bowerman himself
Oh
again?
man, I don't know. It's been a long time. I haven't really been on this in a long time. It feels like ever. But are you doing any announcing? Are you helping any other leagues, or just racing right now?
Just admin and racing a little bit, but trying to find some leagues that need announcers and stuff. But other than that, just running.
That's good. Are you running the UMPs also, or nah?
Yeah, there's not many UMP leagues right now.
Oh really? There used to be so much about 4 or 5 months ago, huh? There was a lot of them, weren't there, for a while?
Yeah, nobody really wants to run UMPs apparently anymore because they got that little teaser of big block modified. So
Oh, they
now
they do
everyone
that.
wants the big blocks.
Yeah, well, they could have the big blocks. Big blocks might be fun though, so I can't say nothing until I try them. But UMP sometimes get a handful and stuff. But
Oh
hey, man,
yeah.
it was great talking to you. I'm glad to see you out there. I
Oh,
haven't been on for a while.
Am I still allowed to shout out my sponsors here?
I'll let you just one.
Oh, thank you. Just one.
No, go
well,
ahead. You can go ahead.
well, gotta thank Goon Squad Racing. Dear, I had 3 spotters tonight. For Pete's sakes, I had Mason Meunier, Tyler Klaus, Miles Jansen. So I had the whole crew working on the car. It wasn't just me. It was a whole team effort tonight.
Okay,
But,
wait. I'm gonna interrupt you.
Oh,
Now
boo.
now the 3 guys you mentioned. Now I know. Now if you would have probably took those 3 guys and put them to a side, you might have finished on the podium.
Look, the setup wise was good. The spotting wise, maybe, just maybe, and especially the quick repair that might have hurt me a lot.
No, go ahead, bro.
But pro grade graphics on that sweet paint. 357 Esports, School of Sim Racing, Lightning Wings powder coating, Tulsa Sod and Mulch. And that's a few. I'm not going through the whole freaking list because we got 50 million. But everyone on the car, got to thank them.
Good.
Also, got to thank you because you do a phenomenal job.
Thanks, bro. You do great yourself, man. But it's
You
nice
should
to.
have. You should know. You should have known I was going to give
wanna
you a
race.
shout out.
I got to race one of these days, but I just haven't had time. Been playing a lot of fast pitch baseball, and we're pretty fortunate here, or our league is pretty fortunate here in California that we get to play, and there hasn't been any other leagues that's been playing. That's a sad thing, but this COVID-19 is killing everybody, and it's just hurting everybody's lifestyle. But it is what it is. But we'd like to thank you for coming out. Are you going to race
Oh,
360s?
I don't think I'm allowed to. I don't think
Oh.
I'm in that part.
I don't think there's a limit to it, is there? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know.
No.
Well, take off if you do. Go crash and don't redo your repair and see how that front wing goes without a 360.
Might work out well, won't it?
We'll never know. But hey, man, have a good night, Alex Robinson,
Hey,
MD.
hey, now-
Thank you.
Now, hopefully next week I'll see you with a podium finish.
There you go. There. Hey, I always like to see people on podiums. It's cool. But
I need one.
Well, we all need one. Seriously, I'd like to have one too. So, hey, good night, brother. Have a good night.
Take care.
That's Alex Robinson, MD, number 42. Well, I'd like to say goodnight to all our race fans. Thanks for sticking around if you stuck around that long for the last interview. Can't thank all you Race Views fans enough for coming out and joining us here at United Dirt Sim Series and Pushing a Cushion. Have a good night. 360s, I'm not sure if I can get it televised. We'll be coming back on in about 15 minutes on the 360s. I'm going to do everything I can to get back on and announce that race. Not that you want to listen to me announce, but at least live stream that race for you race fans. So, again, it's that end of the night of racing. You and the family and your friends and your loved ones, stay close. Be safe. Enjoy life. Wake up in a good mood every morning, and life will be good. Good night, everyone. This is Billy Idle from United Dirt Sim Series and Pushing a Cushion saying good night and hope to see you here soon.